Alright, I thought I'd do a short video on my time in the Archeage closed beta 2. My character's around level 15. My class is Stone Arrow. It's a very experimental class, but it's worked out so far. My primary ability set is archery. Not finding like some real revolutionary MMO stuff in Archeage yet. I suppose if you like building and crafting, it's got more of a sandbox feel that way. But I'm kind of reaching the late stage of the beginning, if you know what I mean, before I've really hit the features this game is liked for. I'm still coming off of like an advanced tutorial kind of feel. The quests are getting longer. The levels take longer to gain. I'm getting quests now like kill 5 of this, kill 5 of this, kill 5 of this. It's got the standard RPG feel in that you have to wait for things to spawn. They've got just the same quests everybody else is going on. You have to kill one guy or something like that, and people queue up to complete the quests. I logged in starting day of closed beta 2. You know, just a field of clones everywhere. And the first quest was to kill like 3 boars in this little valley, and it was crazy. The boars would die immediately when they spawned. You would have to get a majority of the damage in order to pick up the item. I didn't realize the extent of this game relies on its labor point system. That's something you only accrue when you're logged in, and even to identify items and to open a coin purse, it takes labor. So it can limit your gameplay entirely. I like my horse, my gray horse. The only item it's given me so far for free on them are these leggings, but you can dress them up with saddles and armor, like this fellow here. This quest, which I felt was kind of a step backwards in quest design, is only at 2 o'clock in the morning and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon do these mobs spawn. And it's to get a low-level set piece like the helmet. And these things spawn there. It's an elite quest, so you have to have a group. You have to have an elite quest appear at a particular time in the day. And I don't know, that must happen only every couple hours, I would guess. So that is very difficult and tedious to try to complete. The story is kind of nice. They've got stills, watercolor stills, and narration go through the story. It's kind of a mystical, medieval story of kingdoms and all that. But you can sprint on your horse. get it moving. There's some wild horses. I don't know why they would be aggro. Very, very angry horses. And then the typical fields of mobs. You go from one field to the next. I guess people really want to just create 3D terrain and have people wander around in it, and this is the best format that they've figured out, but it's not very dynamic, it's not revolutionary. But for what it is, it's an MMO. It's got some style, it's got some character. If you just like playing these kind of games, maybe just turning your brain off. Social aspects of these games usually end up being competitive. You can get some groups of friends that'll work together, but I mean, it's just say, oh, look at me, I've got a cooler item, or you know. And since they feed all of that into these new cash shops, and subscriptions are now like some sort of badge of honor. I've been a subscriber for this long, you know, and I have better stuff than your character as a result. Or it can get quite silly. I got a quest to kill 3 blackbird thieves, so I would just do my damage rotation. 3, 4, shoot them a couple times. Then I've got this charge, which isn't working. It's a charge skill that stuns them for a second. Use a sword and a board, and I bash him with the shield. For some reason, my cursor is off in this resolution. I didn't test that beforehand, so I'm sorry. It's hard to click on things. So making a build in an MMO is kind of one of the funner things to do. Mine is all like a physical warrior type. Tried out leather armor. Different armor sets will give you different bonuses. Leather gives you attack, speed, evasion, and ranged bow skills. Cloth will make you cast magic faster. Plate, I haven't seen the set bonus, but I imagine it's probably more defense, maybe melee. Got a couple buffs here. This buff is the tank buff, which will give me max health and increase a statistic called metal. You build up from being hit. Then I have Shadow Play, which is kind of quick melee attack. This guy likes throwing knives. Alright, so I just got a priest's coin purse. Yeah? This guy's attacking my horse. What kind of... She'll get pressure line. Okay. Collect Blackbeard these armbands. gave me a coin purse, which is a way to get some currency. And sometimes even other items, but you have to go in here and click on the coin purse. It takes 2 labor points, and I got 3 silver, 66 copper, and I got a larceny proficiency, so opening coin purses is a fancy skill. Now if I were to get an item, you rarely get item drops from mobs. It just doesn't happen. I heard about mounted combat, so I was interested in that. And so here's my horse. The farther I travel on my horse, the more experience it will get, and then it will unlock these abilities. I can do a mounted attack, which is you attack both sides of your horse. It can kick. Mounted defense sounds useful. Makes you immune, so you could definitely make a getaway on your horse. Charges at the enemy, breaks through their lines. That's a pretty cavalry type thing, but it's limited in the sense that you couldn't use magic or archery from horseback. Even though that's an entirely feasible fighting style, famously used by the Mongols and the and such. They also tease you in Archeage with one of the first things I saw in the sky over my head. There's a huge shadow. I looked up, and there's this giant airship. Now, airships would be something. It would be pretty cool to fly your own airship, but then again, you know, it's MMO airship. So, when you're playing an MMO, you can just hardly expect anything to be arcadey or gameplay for fun. It's got to take a long time. And you gotta work at it. So with a design like this, it's a very repetitive damage cycle. You know, try to throw in some crowd control so you take less damage. But if you're into the social aspects of these games, if you like to play with your friends, it's something to do with your friends. Definitely something to do with your friends, and if you can talk and enjoy what you're doing, I mean, maybe there's something you can do with your friends other than this. I've played a few MMOs with friends. I played Star Wars: The Old Republic for a while with some friends, World of Warcraft years ago, back when MMOs were revolutionary, new interesting thing. Craft bark bridge sleeves. Sand Cloud Van Braces, and Fuela Sound Guards. Somehow turned into a crafting quest. Now Archeage is designed, it seems to want you to craft everything. It wants you to buy things from other people and craft. And like most craft systems, it's kind of simple in the beginning. It gets more and more complex, you gather more and more items, and they fill up your inventory, and you're crafting, right? But managing all these little pieces becomes a little, I don't know, just complex for me, but now, a lot of people will be very forgiving of games like this because they're free to play, and you know, but they're still games, they're still using your time. You know, maybe you'd think I'd rather just have something that would be worth a little money and, you know, provide me some content and some enjoyable gameplay. Without having to try to be forgiving or overlook bad design choices because it's free. But this is an MMO. It's made in Korea. It's got nice landscapes. You have a good rig, you can really turn up these graphics. For my streaming, can't have it too high, but you know, as far as character design, you can get some pretty good details, strange things on your face, but still feel kind of like a clone, like the same build and abilities as everybody else in the world. There's really nothing to make you feel special. There's going to be a class build that does the most damage, a class build that's the most tanky, class that's best at support, and because then it's just kind of a numbers game. It's a tab targeting numbers game. So I have some dodging, timing aspects to this sort of thing. Make you forget the numbers sometimes, but there's not a lot of complexity or depth. If you like Archeage, I'm sure there's other reasons to like it, but these are the kind of things that my mind goes to after so many hours of gameplay of this sort of thing. It's like, I like to be challenged. I like something that's thought-provoking. So I may spend a little time with Archeage for what is enjoyable about it, but I don't know if I'm going to be really deep or satisfied, or if I think the kind of game updates this is going to have, I don't think they're going to release something that's game-changing and enriching of the whole universe. It's kind of where it's at, and enjoy it while you can. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos from the character creation in the beginning, so I thought I'd show you a little level 15 gameplay of kind of like mid-level hump, low mid-range hump of gameplay that see if you could get over it. So there you have it.